Hi, this is Lawrence Sanek at Home Seller Home Buyer. Thank you for joining us so you can learn about Home Buyer Episode 30, what home buyers should never say during a home preview. So what should home buyers never say during a home preview? While it may be tempting for buyers to say what's on their mind during the house hunt, agents should encourage them to pause for a moment. There are some things home buyers should never say on the fly. Others may be listing agents, sellers, neighbors. They all have motives to keep tabs on the situation, or there could even be a recording device planted somewhere. In the age of smart home security and remote doorbell answering devices, you can never be too sure. Those off-the-cuff comments made while moving from room to room could be used against you. Here are what buyers should never say when shopping for a home. I love it! It's perfect! That feedback goes straight to the seller. When the less than full price offer comes in and the buyer requests all sorts of concessions, how will the seller be inclined to respond? Or, that decor, the furniture, the paint color is hideous. What were they thinking? So maybe the seller's tastes are not what the buyer would pick, but that doesn't make their choices wrong. If these comments get back to the seller, their desire to be cooperative when offer time comes may be severely dwindled. This home is overpriced, way overpriced. There are plenty of other choices. Be careful with that statement. While this is a common buyer thought, what happens if this house ends up being the best option? When the listing agent and seller see the buyer's name on the offer, well, who is holding the cards now? Why is the seller moving? This is a personal question that's best not asked by a buyer. Let the buyer's agent position that query with the listing agent in a diplomatic way to glean the information about the situation at hand. What are the neighbors like? Talk about putting someone on the spot. Listing agents likely have no idea. They don't live in the neighborhood 24/7, and it would not be appropriate for them to comment on specifics. When cornered, is the seller likely to divulge? Will they say, there's a Mrs. Kravitz on the street and a crumb drum next door, and by the way, the teenager that lives on the other side of the house, his band starts warming up in the garage at 11 p.m. on Thursday nights. Hardly. These people are trying to sell their house. It's all wonderful. Buyers have to assess the neighborhood on their own. Will the seller take X price? This is another put the agent and seller on the spot moment. Negotiations are best left to agents with a written document from which to work. Although it's okay to be candid with your own agent and those you trust, do so only when you are not within earshot of anyone in the seller's camp. That includes those curbside chats as you are wrapping up the showing near your car. Be engaged but conservative in the information you share and how you react to homes you see, even if you have really found the one. You can jump for joy when you are with your agent writing the perfect offer in a very quiet, private area. Thank you for listening to Homebuyer episode number 30, What Home Buyers Should Never Say During a Home Preview. We are grateful for the time you have taken to listen to this podcast, and we look forward to your input and would like to hear from you about what you would like to hear in future podcasts. All our notes are at homesellerhomebuyer.com. You can leave any comments, questions, or suggestions by using the Contact Us form on the right-hand side of the website, or you can email us at info@homesellerhomebuyer.com. Tell your family, friends, and coworkers about Home Seller Home Buyer. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to the Home Seller Home Buyer podcast, and catch us on the next episode. Thank you for listening. so you can stay informed.